Russian units near Dobropillia in Donetsk Oblast have been cut off and are being encircled, Ukrainian military spokesman Viktor Tregubov said on national TV. At least for now, the Russian units that advanced directly toward Dobropillia, those crab claws, have been cut off and surrounded. They won't last long there, Tregubov said. A recent report by the Institute for the Study of War noted that Russia likely abandoned attempts to exploit its earlier gains near Dobropillia after failing to consolidate positions or use small group infiltration tactics to penetrate deeper into Ukrainian defenses. Recall in recent days, the Ukrainian Defense Forces have carried out a successful counterattack near Kupyansk, removing the threat of encirclement of this key defense hub. Military expert Yan Matveyev wrote about this in his blog. In just 1 week, Kupyansk experienced a situation where it was under threat of encirclement and almost immediately managed to get out of it. For a month, Russian troops held positions near Radkovka and tried to advance in the area of the village of Mirnoye. On August the 23rd to the 24th, Russian infantry broke through to the south and reached Sobolevka, advancing about 3 kilometers in depth. This created a threat to the R07 highway, which supplies Kupyansk from Kharkov. Against the backdrop of these events, there were reports of the catastrophic situation of the Ukrainian garrison and even of the possible surrender of the city. The panic was intensified by rumors of fighting in the northern quarters. Russian units did indeed penetrate the city, but these were small groups. They managed only to temporarily infiltrate individual streets. They were unable to gain a foothold. Ukrainian forces thwarted their plans. Despite this, the possibility of Kupyansk falling was already being actively discussed in the information field. However, by the end of the week, Ukrainian troops had seized the initiative. The Ukrainian armed forces counterattacked, liberated Mirnoye, pushed Russian forces out of Sobolevka and restored control over the northern part of the city. The expert emphasizes that the situation in this area remains fluid. I think Russian attacks there will continue, but as before, we see a clear and competent reaction to the threat from the Ukrainians. They are saving their strength in order to use it at a critical moment and improve their position, Matveyev said. According to him, the defense of Kupyansk has now become more stable, although the threat still exists. The attempt to encircle the city ended in failure for the Russian army, and Ukrainian forces once again demonstrated their ability to respond effectively and quickly to critical threats.
The Norwegian government said Sunday that it plans to buy a fleet of British-made frigates for its navy. According to Associated Press, Norway's Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Støre said at a news conference that the Nordic country plans to buy 5 or 6 frigates, public broadcaster NRK reported. The NATO member needs the frigates as it faces its most serious security situation since World War II, he said. The United States, Germany and France were in the final round to get a contract to sell frigates to Norway, but the choice fell on the United Kingdom, Støre said. Norway and Great Britain are close allies with common interests and very close ties, Støre said. European countries that share a border with Russia have become increasingly nervous about their own security after Russia's invasion of Ukraine in 2022. The British Type 26 frigates were specially designed for locating, tracking and combating submarines. This was also one of the government's main criteria for the purchase, NRK reported. The cost of the deal was not disclosed.
Last night, just a mile or so up the river, has changed the cityscape.
HMS Glasgow. May God bless her and all who sail on her.